Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report. My name's Carter. I'm joined by Nate once again, who is feeling just how everybody is probably feeling after the tough weekend the Ducks had. Slamming back. Was that Jaeger?
I thought we were taking shots to make this whole episode feel easier.
Just
Dude,
you.
What? No, I'm kidding. That was just Coke. Oh,
Coca-Cola or like
Coca-Cola. Yes. Just pounds back. Oh my God, no. Hell no. Nah, I just did it for the bit. So after these 3 games, I thought about pouring actual Jaeger in there, but
yeah,
not tonight.
That's how they felt.
Yeah.
You needed that. Yeah. I know.
I just more wanted the shock value from you. I wanted to see how that would go over.
It was a little shocking. I was like just kind of talking, and then I was like, "What's he holding?"
You're just like, "Oh shit." Oh man, dude.
Honestly, I don't know why. My first thought was like cough medicine, and I was like, "Are you okay?"
I mean, Jaeger was supposed to originally be like a cold medication.
Yeah, and I think that's why I went to Jaeger next, because I was like, oh wait, he's a psychopath. He likes that stuff.
Yeah, I do like that stuff. I don't make a face at it or anything like that. So it's good. It's good stuff. So I know you're not a fan of it, but you've done it once with me since then, and I'm very proud of you for that.
Yeah, that was a very poor choice.
Hey, it was only one shot at least. It wasn't like when you're like, here, have some of the Gretzky whiskey or whatever. And it was like 3 shots later, and I'm like, nope, not feeling it.
Gretzky, great hockey player, awful whiskey.
It wasn't that it was a bad whiskey. I don't think. Like, I'm not really a whiskey guy, is the thing. But like, out of the whiskeys I've tried, that was also good. I'm just not a whiskey guy. So like, one's like, yeah, all right. 2 is 3. No, I'm tapping out.
Yeah, time to go home at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So, and speaking of, man, the Ducks need to go home. They're not going anywhere else. So,
no, warm up the bus. Time to go home.
Yeah,
that was a tough 3 games. Like, I don't even want to talk about these.
let's just get it over with. We know,
okay.
We have
to.
Unfortunately, this is and don't do that 10%, 80%, 10% shit that you were talking about a few episodes ago. I tried that after getting my COVID booster, and I was like, no, it's way better just to rip it off in one go.
Yeah, I'm glad that I told you about it so that you could try it, because it didn't sound right.
It was horrible. It sucked.
Yeah, good to know. Now you know. Just rip the Band-Aid off, like the expression means.
Yeah,
so
the more you know.
We're gonna do.
The more you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that now and just rip it. Yeah, so 3 games to talk about. 4-1 loss to the Preds, 2-1 shootout loss to the Devils, and a 4-3 loss to the Islanders. Just the other night, last night, when you're listening to this. So yeah, we'll kind of just lump them all together and talk about all of them, I think. But let's try and go in order a little bit, and then we'll probably carry on a little bit. But we'll start with the Ducks and Predators game, the 4-1 loss. It was a close game score wise for 55 minutes. Like, it was only 2-0, right? And then and then actually Henrique scored, I think, with about 5 minutes left in the third.
It was Henrique scoring, and then the guy that I'm kind of sick of talking about in this negative way, but he gives me no choice, John Gibson, kind of fucking it up for us, honestly, in the last 5 minutes there.
Yeah, that slap from Sissons, I believe it was.
Yeah, like with time and everything like that. It was brutal. Like, I watched that play and I was just like, dude, you gotta have that one.
Yeah, I was curious because Fowler kind of got his stick in there last second. So I was like, maybe Fowler tipped it, but not that I could see.
No,
so not significant enough that he should miss it.
Yeah, it was a clean shot, but even then, like, Fowler's got to play that guy a bit, but Gibson's got to have that. That is a clean shot from, like, not even at the top of the circles yet.
Yeah,
like, that's
basically distance. The blue line.
Yeah, that is distance. Or sorry, I'm looking at the the shot map right now. It was just at the top of the circle, but
Oh, it
still,
was?
like that's
Okay. Yeah.
still though that was a clean shot on a angle that like you gotta have that.
Yeah. I mean, credit to Sissons. Like he picked his corner and just
Oh
blasted
yeah,
it
yeah,
home. Like that was a shot
sure,
and a half.
yeah, sure. Credit to Sissons, but like your your team is like, okay, we've cut the lead down to 1. We got 5 minutes left. Like we got a chance here, and
Yeah.
then your goalie just honestly lets you down like that.
Yeah, like that's just a huge momentum suck.
That's just deflation, right?
Mhm.
Like that's or not even deflation. That's taking the pin to the balloon, just popping it. Whatever
Yeah.
you had, just gone instantly.
Mhm.
And we've seen way too much of that from John Gibson lately too. Like what was the game that we were just talking about that the Ducks got scored on early? It was that Tuesday
Yeah,
game
yeah.
against Chicago there.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Same thing as that early goal against, and Gibson is just deflated. Everybody's deflated.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
this, he's not a captain by a letter on his chest or anything like that, but I'm sure he's respected in the room as a captain. And when you see one of those guys just get down on himself right away like that, or get down on everybody in front of him or that sort of thing, as much as he does battle and that sort of thing, it was like earlier on in the season or even last year, it was like, okay, like he's actually doing all he can, but like it feels like it's just gotten to him so much
Yeah.
that it's just instantaneous now. So honestly, I feel like we could be up 4-0, let's say, and that one goal goes against, and everything would shift just with how they've been playing right now. If they had a chance at pulling up a 4-0 lead, so
yeah, that'd be a miracle.
yeah, like it's just, man, like that's just not good for team morale, mentality, anything like that. So, and again, like I'm sick of talking negative about him lately, but that's really the majority of what it is.
Mhm.
So like I don't want to kick a guy when he's down, but he is not helping this team really in any facet currently.
No.
I don't think.
And like you look at yeah, I think enough said about that. We can kind of jump ahead to the Devils game now where Stallars played. And you just look at how
That was a
differently
goalie
the
battle.
team looks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was absolutely. But the team was different because they were getting kind of those I don't want to say important saves because like they're not necessarily all important, but they're
Actually, yeah, they were important. You want to see the shot map for that?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
'Cause
we'll say
that
important because I
one-
can't think of a better word.
Sure.
But yeah,
Because yeah, that one, man, that is something else. I'm just
yeah.
zooming.
I guess the terms I'm looking for are momentum building saves. Like he makes that save and you're like, oh fuck, like let's go. This feels good. I guess that's maybe what I'm trying to say by important here. So yeah, let's have a look at these
that is a
boys.
lot of shots and a lot
boy.
again in the slot area.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad, honestly.
Stallars stood on his head.
Yeah,
and Nico Dawes as well. Like,
oh, absolutely. We had our chances too.
Yeah, we still got good chances. Remember, the bigger the circle, the more likely it is to be a goal, right?
Mhm.
Like the more of a chance you have. So like we still got in the slot and we had chances, absolutely. But man, our end is populated like heavily. There's no room to breathe in that slot. Well, I guess there is if you're a New Jersey Devil, because apparently you could just walk in and take a shot.
Well, yeah.
So yes, it's maybe not 100% on Gibson. The defense is not looking great either. But like,
no, absolutely not.
Man, like the last 3 weeks of this show have been clear out the slots, play better defensively, get more quality chances. Like, I get that it's easier said than done, but like I'm tired of listening to myself say that for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long it's been now since the All-Star break.
Yeah,
I'm sick of hearing myself say it, but there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like that's what we need to fix, honestly. Like this is like we clear out the guys in front of the net and the slot. This is a 1-0 win against the Devils.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best. Like it would have been nice. Like this is a team we should score more against. I think I don't know, like, I mean, Nico Dawes put up a phenomenal effort.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. This was
without him, you put anybody else in the net that night that's not Nico Dawes, and it's probably easily a 3-4 nothing game. Like, we had our scoring chances, and it was phenomenal. But we either hit the post or Dawes was there. So
yeah. I was doing the watch along for this game on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, and just watching it, at least, like, yeah, you could tell that there was a lot more of the quality chances for New Jersey there, but like outside of the shots, like everything else felt even, I guess. But in the end, it's those shot chances, right? It's the chance to score goals and that sort of thing, and the actual goals that matter in the end. So
yeah.
but um yeah, there was like a couple people in the comments being like, "Oh, this is going to overtime or a shootout," and I'm just like, "No, because we don't want that, right? We are horrible in that respect." I'm just trying to pull up
Mhm.
the stats here. Yeah, we're 4-5 in the shootout.
Yeah, which is not good
Now
at
after
all.
that New Jersey game, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know what to expect really. So,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah, it's essentially a coin
yeah,
flip in the shootout, right?
it
For
really
us.
is. So, and yeah, just that back end, man. It's I don't know what has happened. I know Drysdale hasn't been in the lineup for the last 2 games now. Um, as a
Yeah.
healthy scratch, it sounds like it's more just medical precaution, which
Mhm.
I am totally all right with.
Yeah.
Maybe let's do the same for John Gibson, though, please, because we just like to throw him back in as soon as he's like, yeah, I feel like 85%. All right, you're in. You're starting tonight.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
when
not do
Stellaris
that.
has shown that he's like the
He
better
can handle it for a little
lately,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can handle it for a little bit. He's not a starting numbers guy by any means in terms of like games started in a row kind of deal.
Yeah.
But this is just I feel like this isn't me saying that I know more than NHL coaches. Don't get that confused. There's a reason that they are there, and I'm talking to you on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, whatever. There's a reason for that, right? But it's just, oh man, like uh I don't even remember where I was going with that actually. um
Yeah, I don't know. I
so
was
right,
setting
right,
up
sorry.
a
There's a reason they're in those spots, but it's what I was saying at the start of the year is, I mean, I'd like to see what I was talking about of give Stellaris more starts, make the workload less on Gibson. Not quite a 1A, 1B situation, but it's got to be a hell of a lot closer than how the games are being done right now.
yeah.
I'm just going to pull this down for a second so I can change my tab here because I had a couple numbers open that I wanted to look at here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here we go. So John Gibson has literally started twice as many games as Anthony Stellaris. It's 42 to 21 currently. I'd like that to be a little bit closer, and I think you would see numbers improve overall. John Gibson
Yeah.
currently, right now, has a season goal save above expected at a -8 point, yada
Ooh.
yada.
Yeah.
That's not that's not good.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know what that was before the All-Star break, but
Yeah, I'd be
um
curious too. I'm not able to change that here,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah,
But
I didn't think so, but it's
I want to
I feel like a lot of
see.
that would come from this last month now. It's actually been a month since our first game back after the All-Star break.
Okay, what feels like a fair minimum? 20 games to compare
For
to?
Gibson? Or are
Yeah,
you doing
like
like for the league?
yeah, comparing for the league. How many
Um
games minimum feels like a fair comparison? I guess.
I'd do
Well,
10. Yeah, because then you get some backups in there as well. Like
okay,
or
or
goalies that like played and were injured.
yeah,
Start with
or
10, and if it looks like if you get like weird names at the top, then maybe do 15 or 20.
okay, let's take a look here. Can I flip that? Oh, holy shit. Okay. Uh yeah, okay, if we're going with 10, uh okay, maybe not 10. We're getting some young guys in there, guys that just like Caden Primo is in there for 11 games.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's try 15
Yeah, try
16 games.
15, 16, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So for guys who have played a minimum of 16 games, these are the goaltenders who have a worse goal save above expected. So just these are goals that, again, that they should have had, like everything kind of considered.
Yeah.
Philip Grubauer is a league worst minus 32.6.
Okay, outlier. Like he's out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, as soon as I say the next one is Kevin Lankinen of the Chicago Blackhawks, a minus 17.9. You can really see how bad Grubauer is this year. And like,
yeah,
the defense isn't great there either, but it's a lot better, I think, than people are maybe looking at. So yeah, Grubauer is having a rough year. Marc-Andre Fleury at minus 16.9 is next. But again, Chicago has also been crap. But we did lose to them 8-3 earlier this week. So, I mean, the fuck do I know, apparently. Thomas Greiss of the Detroit Red Wings, minus 11.8. Peter Mrazek, minus 11.1. Sam Montembeault, who's played 29, he's played 29 games. Holy shit. Sam Montembeault of the Canadiens with negative 11.1. Mackenzie Blackwood of the New Jersey Devils, negative 10.3. Jonas Korpisalo, negative 8.7. John Gibson as a 9th worst with a minimum of 16 games played in the league.
Just to round out the top 10, who's next? Just out of curiosity.
Alexander Georgiev at negative 8. Even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's not a name I would have picked, but
Alex Nedeljkovic on a not great Boston team has a better goal save above expected. Who's that?
You say Nedeljkovic on Boston?
Yeah. Nedeljkovic of Detroit.
Okay. Oh, you said Boston. So.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, are we talking about the same guy? Okay. Yeah. On Detroit. Yeah.
What is it? Karel Vejmelka?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing better on Arizona than John Gibson is right now.
I mean, the expected goals for like at any goalie on the Coyotes is like, or goals against, the expected goals against are like 6 every night. So if like he saves more, or if he doesn't let in 6, then like, that's pretty good. So
Vejmelka is almost a whole goal better.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually 6 for the Coyotes. I just like made a number, but
and he's played 34 games. Like, and out of and taking a look at all of this, so that worst 9. Only 2 guys have played more games than John Gibson. That's Marc-Andre Fleury and Philip Grubauer as well. So,
yeah, Gibson's not having his best season. So
no, he's not. And it's I wish we could take a look at like those ones before before the season started and everything like that. Let's holy shit. Okay. So that was for those numbers that I was reading off. That was for all situations. So 5-on-5, penalty kill, man up, everything like that. I'm going to change it to just 5-on-5 because that's what you mostly see in a game, right? That's your usual. Your team is at full strength. So is the other team. John Gibson with minimum 16 games played again still. Has the 3rd worst goal save above expected. In 5-on-5. He's a negative 12.5.
Yikes. That's not good. I'm going to guess number 1 is Grubauer still.
Yeah.
And next is probably Fleury because he had a pretty rough start. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then John Gibson. Like that's rough. Like, we've been shitting on Grubauer and Fleury since the beginning of the season up until basically this last month. Fleury's picked it up. He's seems to have kind of figured it out, but it was so rough beforehand. So
yeah, it was
to be putting Gibson in that same category sucks. And all I can say is I'm glad that this is not a cup contending year, because if our top goalie was putting up those numbers, that's terrible. Like this is just kind of another year that we have to check the box on for all of our young guys, honestly. So
okay, so keeping that in mind, again, so minimum 16 games played. I'm just looking at 5-on-5 here. There have been 55 goalies in the NHL who have played a minimum of 16 games for 5-on-5 time.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find where Anthony Stolarz is ranked Oh, here. Okay, we'll start from the. Yeah, we'll go from the top here.
Mhm.
Anthony Stolarz is kind of middle, kind of not. At 39 or spot 39.
Of 55.
Out of 55 with a negative 3.1. And then you
Okay.
drop to Gibson, our starting goaltender, at 53 of 55 at a negative 12.5.
Yeah.
The next guy there is Cam Talbot for Minnesota at negative 10.4.
Yeah,
like,
Talbot's
that's a
not
jump.
been good either. But like I know you said for Stolarz, like you said 39 out of 55, so like kind of in the middle,
Yeah.
kind of not. There's only 15 guys that have done better than Stolarz this season at 5-on-5.
Yeah.
And there's been 38 that have been worse. So that's, to me, that's solid. And it's surprising that he's still at a minus as well.
Oh, sorry. There's been 38 that have been better than Stolarz.
Oh, I see. It's
but there's been
okay.
52 that have been better than Gibson.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
oh,
sorry.
When you said starting at the top, I thought
too.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
my
Okay.
bad.
I missed that. You said it, and my brain just didn't register it. So
Yeah.
okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I mean,
know.
like
we've beat Gibson now with Lucille. We borrowed Lucille from Negan, and it just like bashed in Gibson's skull now. So I'm kind of done talking about it personally, unless there's something else that you wanted to bring up about him.
No, I'm done. Just when I thought when you said Lucille, you meant like loose seal, like meat from the animal, a seal, and I was like, what does that mean? Then when you said borrowed it from Negan, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Which also apparently The Walking Dead is in its final season. I didn't know
apparently
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we haven't watched
since
like season 6, so season 6 or season 7, I think.
Yeah, I do want to try watching it again, but like there's a lot of shit to go through, you know? Like I know there's some bad seasons in the middle. I'm like, I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah. I still remember it was the end of season 5, I think it was. Season 4 or 5 when we get introduced to Negan. And we were watching it that was in first year. We were watching it in that was season 4 going into season 5. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think. And I mean, somebody will correct me. But yeah, like it was like that final scene of like the point of view of whoever gets killed by Negan and like starts bashing on their head and that sort of thing. And it cuts to black and like it was over. And both of us were just like just yelling, what the fuck? And like people rushed to our dorm room. We're like, you're okay? And we're like, what the fuck is this? Like putting up to the TV, and they're just like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. It was actually the end of season 6.
Was it? Okay.
He appeared, yeah.
Okay, so we got through. I think we got through most
like,
of season 7.
Yeah, at least half of it. Anyway.
Yeah, and then we trailed off. So
yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah, because that was the year that we moved into that townhouse on Residence, and we had like that. It wasn't a sectional, but it was like basically 4 individual chairs that you could turn into a couch or that sort of thing. Yeah. And we set them up as kind of like lazy boys or whatever. Mm-hmm. I remember that now, facing the TV.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was awesome.
Good times.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's the short way of saying the Ducks just need to be better. Not much to add about this Islanders game from
it's one
Sunday night here.
Yeah, it's one we should have had.
The offense was great. Honestly, I have no issues with the offense in any of these 3 games. Like, yes, we only got 1 goal against the Preds and the Devils, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
Yeah.
So at least compared to other games, the Islanders game was better, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I want to take a look at this Islanders game here for a second. I think I have it correct in my head, but I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Two games against the Islanders. We're finished the season series against them. Mm-hmm. And after that win by the Islanders tonight, they are currently sitting 4th in the wild card spot. 18 points behind Washington for the final wild card. All right. In the 2 games against the Islanders, we lost 8-3.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. whatsoever.
I would be curious
Whatsoever.
though, like what the Islanders' record is if you take out their big road trip at the beginning of the season. Like when was their first home game? It was November
Okay, well,
20th against Calgary. So you
yeah,
take out 1, 2, 3, 4.
it was
Oh
like
god, I
15
gotta do it this way.
games, I think.
Yeah, it was. So
But here, okay, so
uh,
here I have their home and away records here. So at
oh,
home,
okay.
the Islanders are 14, 12, and 4. And on the road, they're 10, 12, and 4.
Sorry, what was their home record? I missed that.
14, 12, and 4.
Okay, so winning record then.
Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah, they picked up points at home, but they've only picked up 14 on the road.
Yeah. You know,
And are now on a
this road
3-game
trip,
winning streak.
yeah, this road trip actually to start the season wasn't actually that bad. They went 5, 4, and 2. If I count that right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, yeah. Actually, they had a winning record on that opening season road trip. So, and then at home they lost their first 5.
Oh, way to open a new building.
Nope, 6. Nope, 7. Actually, sorry.
Oh my god.
there was road games in between some of those, so I missed them. But yeah, they lost their first 7 in that new building. So,
jeez, man, I miss October to January. We had something good to talk about. Yeah, we had something. We just had something good to talk about each episode. The offense looked great, and then but they didn't really get good chances, right? It was like, the passing was there, but they didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
There was some good defensive moments, but overall it was kind of crap. Stolarz looks really good, but we keep starting Gibson, who is not there, whether it's mentally, physically, whatever.
Yeah.
There's always there's this but that overshadows the positive lately. Like, I don't want to be negative, but it feels like we're back in the last 2 seasons of like, yeah, here's what we can improve. Here's what's like kind of going okay that could be better, and we'll do all right. We've seen that this team can do it. We've seen it. This at one point in the season for like about a week and a half, if I'm remembering this correctly, this team was top of the Pacific Division.
Yeah.
We know this team is capable of it. And I get we got some guys out right now with some injury and stuff like that. But like, you can't really use that excuse because that's really only been the last 3 games. Right?
Yeah.
Going back even farther than that, like we've been like full strength and it's not been happening. So I was off the train for quite a while. I think I'm kind of back on the I don't think we need Dallas Eakins anymore train. I'm back on that.
Yeah, like we had a good game plan in the beginning of the season, and it looked like whatever the coaching staff was doing was great. And was it perfect? No, it wasn't. But like, it was a young team, so
it was
it's not going to be
hell
perfect.
of a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was things to be glad about, and you could see the effect that the coaching staff was having on our game. And it's like, okay, maybe this was just the missing piece. Dallas Eakins, went to some seminars and figured it out. Bringing in Jeff Ward and Mike Stothers really helped our power play and other special teams, right?
Yeah.
But now that we've seen like the inability for this coaching staff to adapt to how the team has been playing, it's like that's just the sign that they need to go.
Yeah.
And by they, I mean Dallas Eakins. But
yeah, for like this team's taken whatever Dallas was saying at the start of the year, and now it's just going in one ear out the other kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that I don't know that for a fact. I guess I should clarify that, but like that's the majority of what happens with coaches and where they start to lose a team, or that it's just they've lost the team. The team's not listening to that coach anymore, whether it's warranted or not. And I think really in this, because he was just kind of like, we'll just let the kids go for it. Okay, the kids are going for it, but like they still need somebody to help them adapt to what's been going on, right? Like what's going on within the team itself, what's going on the ice and everything like that. So and when I know I keep beating on this one, but it's the most painfully obvious one that I've been yelling about for basically all 3 years, is quit throwing in John Gibson when he's not there or not ready just yet if he's coming off of like a minor injury even or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, part of that is probably Gibson saying, "No, I'm ready to go." Like,
yeah, and that's where you also have to be the coach though. To the coach has superiority or seniority. There you go, not superiority, seniority. There, that's where he has to say, "Are you actually sure though?" I don't think so. I'm gonna have you wait out another game or two just to be sure.
Yeah, but
Because
still, like,
because we want you at full strength. We would rather have you at full strength than 85% and have Lucas Dostal showing you up.
Yeah, like let me say
That's not a crack at
Yeah.
Dostal by any
No,
means saying
I
that
know.
he's bad or anything like that. It's that an AHL goalie that is looking for your job right now, even right, is playing better than you, whether he's in the AHL or up in the NHL.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me say though, first off, I agree with you 100%. He shouldn't be playing if he's not 100%.
Yeah.
85%, 90%, 95% even is not good enough. Like if you're not 100%, you're not playing. But like, let's say I'm John Gibson, because it's hilarious that I would be John Gibson. It's not even close. And you get to be Dallas Eakins. And I come to you and I say, okay, I know I've been injured the last week, but I feel 100% ready to go. What's your response?
Okay, John, you've told me before that you feel like 100%, and I've trusted you on it, and I've thrown you in there. Maybe was against my better judgment as well. I'd like you to take a little bit more time just to make sure, because things can still get aggravated or whatnot. I'd like you to make sure we have Anthony who's handling things, right? But we need you ready to play in the big games that we need points in to help us get a playoff spot and get into the playoffs. That's when we really need you. And we can't have you going into the playoffs at 85%. So I want to make sure that you're ready to go.
Yeah, I know. I feel 100%. I feel great. Let's say here, we're playing New York next. Like they're a playoff team. Like, well, I feel ready to go. Just trust me on this, Dallas. Like how like my point is that
John, the Islanders are not an offensive team, and they put 4 against you. The game against the Predators the other night, your team had a chance to claw back in, and you let in a shot that you should have 95, 96% of the time. You let that go in like you watched it. It doesn't seem like you're 100% there. I'm keeping you out for a little bit.
Yeah. No, in this scenario, I guess like he obviously hasn't looked 100%. So should we start Stellaris on Tuesday? Yes, absolutely. Yes. But my point being, like, when Gibson comes back from injury, like if he says he's 100%, literally nobody else can be like, no, you're 85%. Like if he says he's 100%, like you just got to take his word for it. Like nobody can really say otherwise. That's because it's just how he feels.
Yeah, like, but if it is the case though that we've been going through like the last few years off of his word, it hasn't really shown that it works.
Yeah.
That's why it's like we're taking the precaution here and making sure you're 100%. And unfortunately, I can say this from experience. I've had times where I said, yeah, I feel good enough to play, and it hasn't gone well. So like, whether it's for myself, I still deal with stuff that, my last like competitive game for lacrosse was I was 21. I'm 25 now. I'm still dealing with issues from injuries that I had playing goalie. So like it's really funny that I'm the one who's kind of preaching about this when I'm still learning to make sure I take care of myself physically and that sort of thing. Like
quite
even
ironic, actually.
Yeah, it really is. Cause even just on Monday, like I went and like just laid in my bed. My back was like, my lower back was just done. Like I know I just finished a workout, but it was just even more than usual. And my girlfriend could just tell that I was not in good shape. And she was just even like, okay, just go have a bath. You need to relax for a moment here. You're
Mhm.
she honestly just said, "You're useless to me right now. Go heal." And that's what Dallas Eakins needs to do. Honestly, John, you're useless to me at the moment. Go fix yourself up.
Mhm.
We'll be
Yeah, I
okay
agree.
in the
No,
meantime.
yeah, I agree 100%. And yeah, like you said, it's been an issue for the last 3 years. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Last 3 years minimum.
minimum.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
the yeah, we've been talking about it for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I guess the better way of saying it. Last thing I want to say about this Islanders game, like we managed to score 3 against a good, solid defensive team. That I'm not mad about. Um, like I thought our offense was fantastic. I'm trying to end this on a positive note, just so they know. Like really, we just ran into really 3 hot goalies in Saros, Nico Dawes, and then Ilya Sorokin. Like we talked last time about elite goaltenders, and we didn't say any of those 3 names. Maybe in a few years we will, because like
Oh,
holy
Saros
shit,
will
they've
be
looked
saying it
good.
about in a couple of years.
Yeah, if not next year. Like
Absolutely.
he's
Yeah.
really good, and has been really good for a long time. Sorokin possibly too. Like he's been lights out since he entered the NHL. Was that last year? I think was kind of when he made his official debut. He was a
I
mainstay.
think or 2 years.
I don't remember hearing about him 2 years ago, but
Or it was a battle for that backup position between Sorokin and Georgiev behind Henrik Lundqvist at the time.
no, Sorokin's in with the Islanders.
Oh, right. Yeah. Geez. I was thinking of Shesterkin. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
right.
ahead.
Okay.
I'm thinking of Tuesday right now.
Yeah. No, that's okay. New York goalie, Shesterkin, Sorokin,
Yeah.
both
It's
hard
close.
to pronounce and from New York or play in New York. No, it was last season. Sorokin played 22 games. Started 21 of them, 13-6-3 record. Yeah, and then this season 39. So yeah, like he's only played 61 games, but he has a 33-18-10 record. Like, like that's not a small sample size
on
either.
an Islanders team that has fallen off the face of the earth compared to where they were the last few years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like he's still 20-12-7 this season, 2.33 and a .925 save percent. Yeah, his save percentage is better than last season, and they went like to the conference finals last year.
They went to Game 7 of the conference finals, did they not? Or was that the year before?
No.
That was last year?
It says they. Oh no, Sorokin played 7 games last season in the playoffs. So oh god, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Anyway,
doesn't really matter.
Both times they played Tampa, and Tampa went on to win the cup. So, but like they were that close.
Mm-hmm.
For
either
the last couple of years. Yeah.
We've played 3 very good goalies in the last 3 games. And Sorokin, for as good as he was, like we still somehow managed to get 3 goals past him. I mean, we took however many shots, 40 some. I don't remember what the final count was, but
it was, I can tell you right here.
Okay. Yeah.
42 to 29 with the shots in favor of Anaheim.
Yeah. And I
think 39 saves.
Again, our first period wasn't fantastic, but like
no, and that's another thing that's been going for the last while. Why can't we just
show up and start games?
The schedule is available on your phone. I'm sure it's posted up in the locker room or wherever. I'm sure it's on the bus. Like, when the game starts. Why are we starting an hour later? Like, it's not going to help you win hockey games.
It's mind blowing. Yeah. I mean, just looking at shots, they were 13-12 in favor of the Islanders. So like, not bad, but just like eye test wise, it wasn't great. But then we outshot them 14-9 and then 16-7 in the third. So, and I have no issues with the second and third period. Unfortunately, we gave up 2 at the end of the first.
Yeah.
To make it 3-1 Islanders, and that's what cost us the game.
Yeah, honestly, the game against the Islanders here, like I'm looking at, I'm honestly even looking at like the stats and that just to see if there's something that pops out or whatnot. But honestly, the game against the Islanders is not one I can. I'll get mad about it because we need a win here, like desperately need a win here. This one was just a puck luck one though. Like I'm looking at the shot map right now. We are all over the crease in the slots. All 3 of the goals came from below the hash marks, which is fucking amazing. Like, I want to see that every game.
Yeah, we had a couple
Like, where,
posts in there too. Like Comtois rang one off the bar, and I think Henrique had a
and
post
on the
in there.
Islanders side, it looks like 7 shots below the hash marks in like danger areas, I guess.
Yeah.
2 of those going in, I think, maybe 3. I'm just checking on this one. Yeah, 2, it looks like. But it's pretty clear game in the slot over like this Islanders game, like the shot map alone, at least, is what I want to see every game. This one was honestly just a puck luck thing, unfortunately. Yeah. So, but we
play this way the rest of the season, and I think we go.
You got a chance,
600.
You got a chance, but you also have to. I don't know. It's a bit of puck luck, but who was in net again today?
Yeah, exactly. Like you put Stellaris in, and it's maybe a 3-2, 3-1 game.
Sounds horrible because like I love this guy. I want him to do well. Everybody wants him to do well, but John Gibson is not reliable right now.
No, and it'll change. It'll like come next season, he'll be our guy again, I'm sure. But maybe even end of this season. But yeah, no, you're right. Right now, he's not the guy. So.
And it's like Dallas Eakins is talking about, oh, you got to play the hot hand. You got to play the hot hand. Why do you keep starting Gibson then? He's not your hot hand.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So like another -2 range for goal save above expected tonight. Like another one. Geez, we should almost have DJ Khaled here. Another one.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Well, yeah, that's our take on the last 3 games here. Unfortunately, all 3 of them losses. I mean, point against the Devils, I guess. So, yay there.
So there's a point in there, but I put out a poll after the game against Chicago. It was during the first intermission against Nashville, I believe. And I asked, okay, how many points does everybody see the Ducks getting on this trip? Obviously, the max was 8 because you had 4 games there. The majority of voters voted for 2 or less.
Yeah, so far we're at the less than 2.
Less than 2.
Like, we got to take the Rangers to overtime to get 2, and we got to beat them to not get 2 or less.
Yeah. So. Oh, man.
Not good. Not good at all. But
it's all right. Wednesday we'll be talking about we'll probably be talking. Oh yeah, we're selling. Look ahead to the trade deadline. Probably. Maybe we have a trade already. Who knows? Maybe they're just okay. Pat Verbeek's going. Okay, we'll just wait until we're back in Anaheim, then start moving guys. Because starting when this episode drops, the Monday, that's a week left before the trade deadline. We're now in that window that Pat Verbeek is going to start to try to move these UFAs that he, I guess, hasn't been able to sign.
Yeah, and we'll get to that just on the other side of the break here. And we'll see, afterwards.
The NHL season has been packed with dirty dangles, hat tricks, and big wins. As the action rolls on, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has your shot to win big too. New customers can bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. That's right. A bump in the win column for your team means free bets for you. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you still have a shot to light the lamp. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Hockey Contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, bet just $1 on any NHL team, and get $150 in free bets if that team wins. Again, that's promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
Must be 21 years of age or older. Restrictions apply. See content description or DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Okay. Let's start with. Oh yeah, well, no, I have my perfect segue already lined up. So we're going to talk about this on the other side of the break. Josh Manson just came back from an injury in the game against the Devils. Was the first game since end of January. Got an assist in that game. Got a goal tonight against the Islanders. So yeah, he's got 2 points since coming back, which is fantastic.
Good to see him back. I like it.
Yeah, played 20 minutes both nights as well, which is awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, honestly, looked great. We whenever we talk about Josh Manson before, it's if you notice Josh Manson, it's because he did something bad. If you don't notice Josh Manson, it's because he is just having a solid game. And I didn't even know he was back, honestly, until like halfway through the Devils game. I was like, oh fuck, it's Josh Manson.
Yeah.
It's like the Jason Bourne memes. Jesus Christ, it's Josh
Jason
Manson.
Yeah.
It's Josh Manson instead.
Jesus Christ, that's Josh Manson.
Yeah. So so that was like pretty solid. And like I noticed him because they did like a close up and they're like, and this man's back. And I'm like, yeah, he is.
This man's son is back.
Oh boy.
I mean, he is a man's son. So
Yeah, of Mr. Manson.
yeah.
Mr. Manson's son.
Yeah. Mr. Man's son now. He's all grown up.
We're done with this. No, like there was very few times where I noticed Manson over the last couple of games, and it was always because like, oh fuck, that was a sweet defensive play. Who was that? Oh, that was Josh Manson. Like he's just been solid, and I think I don't want to say our defense was better over the last. No, it was better. It was better compared to how it was over the last couple of games. Not perfect, but better. And I think a large part of that is because of Josh Manson. I think the times where it wasn't as good was maybe when Manson wasn't on the ice. So I think he was a huge piece that was missing throughout the month of February. And I don't want to say it's the reason why we sucked during February, because there's lots of reasons, but I think it is a reason.
Lots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh Manson looked great, I thought, over the last 2 games here, being back and that sort of thing. But now I just have it stuck in my head. I'm dragging out the jokes a little bit more here. What did the Buffalo say to his son when he left for college?
What?
Bye, son.
You know what? Actually, that's pretty good.
We were going with the son jokes, and I was like, wait a second, I got this one.
They're gonna be
Manson's
a great dad
good
someday.
coming back, so it's been nice to have him. But you know what though? Like I was talking about before, we got the NHL trade deadline coming up. Manson might only be back for a week.
Yeah.
Not to be the bearer of bad news, but Manson might only be here
But
for
it's
a
true.
week.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. But
Yeah. Raquel, Lindholm, and Manson are the 3 guys that if they're not signed,
yeah.
Verbeek said by Monday, then they're getting traded.
Or he's gonna look to trade them. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think you don't just let those guys walk. They get you pieces.
Yeah.
So like he's
your
actively going to
damnedest.
trade them. Like
Yeah.
yeah, unless it's like, oh, we'll give you a 7th round pick for Raquel, and that's your best offer. Like obviously you don't take that.
Yeah.
It's a slap on the wrist. Like you might as well keep him for those few seasons.
Yeah,
and try and
exactly.
sign him- or a few games, sorry, and try and sign him again. But
Yeah.
But like I think if you get reasonable offers, you take the best available one. Like if you get a 2nd and a prospect for Manson, you take a 2nd and a prospect for Manson, depending on the prospect.
Pretty good. Yeah. That'd actually be all right.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I'd rather keep Manson around. I think he's one of those
Yeah.
stay-at-home defensemen that he gets points every once in a while, and you're happy about it. But
Yeah,
like,
I'd
otherwise,
love
he
to
just
keep.
is solid.
Yeah, I'd love to keep all 3 of these guys, but obviously that's not necessarily like always going to happen, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
here's hoping for the best, but just prepare yourself that he might not be. All 3 of those guys might not be a Duck in 3 episodes, I guess. Man, of course we're gonna have an episode drop on trade deadline day. Like we may as well just not even have one realistically, because
Yeah, like,
almost
what are we
everything
talking
we
about?
say is it's like, oh yeah, we had some games. We'll see what happens with trade deadline, and then comes the Wednesday live episode. Everything fucking happened on trade deadline. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's really honestly gonna. There's not gonna be a whole lot on trade deadline. I don't think this year, because like guys are getting traded ahead of time and everything like that, and like everyone's cap is so high, like or like so close to the ceiling. Like man, like up in Canada, I'm not sure how it is for the States necessarily, with especially with like TNT and ESPN now having it, how it's gonna work. But like up in Canada, the trade deadline thing is like a whole, it's like 8 hours worth of airtime up in Canada here. What happens if you have 8 hours worth of airtime and the most is like, all right, we have a trade. Josh Manson of the Anaheim Ducks goes to insert team here for a second round pick and this prospect. Wait around. And that's the trade deadline. We'll wait a couple more minutes here just to see if, because there's always the last minute ones.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a minor league trade here. This prospect for this prospect. And that's the day. Thank you for joining us for 8 hours for like 3 deals.
I mean, it's been that before, where it's
has
been
been
like
that before.
basically
It's
nothing,
been
and
horrible. But like,
they
I think it's
figure
gonna be
out
even
things
worse
to
this
talk
year.
about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
worse this
bad.
year.
Yeah. I mean, you were talking how Monday's episode is basically going to be useless, but that's only if Manson, Lindholm, and Raquel aren't signed or traded before Sunday evening.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
Like if they're traded before then we're good to go.
Yeah.
We
We'll
got things
have
to talk about, so.
we'll have one game to talk about against the Florida Panthers, which I'm just going to project now is probably a loss, but
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, it's not going to be fun. We're not going to want to talk about it. So,
okay, I'm looking ahead in the schedule right now, so we're four straight losses currently. Hate to be the negative guy, but I'm not feeling too confident going against the fucking Rangers after the last 4 games here. Then you got a 2-day break. You're back home. You play Florida, and then it's the trade deadline where guys are maybe going to get traded and everything like that. And you're playing Nashville that night as well, who you just lost to 4-1. Yeah, and then 2 days later you play Chicago, who you just lost 8-3 to. And then a couple days off, and you play San Jose, who you just beat by the skin of your teeth 3-2.
Well, this has been a fantastic season of the Quack Report. You won't hear from us again.
Like, dude, the next 2 weeks suck.
Yeah, that's awful. So.
And then it's double home games, which that's odd as well. Double home games against the Dallas Stars. The second one is also the first half of a back-to-back. You play Arizona. And then it's, okay, you're going to have
I'm actually scared to play Arizona. They won like 4 of their last 5 games.
Right? Yeah.
Somehow.
So I'm just kind of going through this like next while here. I'm sorry. Just like, man, it is, let's just put it this way. It's not looking good. All right. I'm trying not to be negative, but I'm looking at the teams ahead and like what we've done recently. And I'm just like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. After Arizona, 2 days later, you have the Edmonton Oilers come to town. I don't know, but if you've heard about a guy who he's been doing better again lately, or I guess 2 guys really of what are their names? Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Then a couple days after that, you got another team they've been doing all right this season in the fucking Calgary Flames. You might get a break a couple days later. You're playing against the Philadelphia Flyers, but that's the first half of a back-to-back on the road, which we know sucks ass. You go and play Carolina the next day after playing Philadelphia. A couple days later, you go play Florida. It's probably going to suck also. Florida has been amazing at home. And then a couple days later, you play the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. You got that gauntlet of 3 games that nobody wants.
Yeah.
And then you get a couple days off. You play Columbus, which has been all right from my recollection this year. Then you play LA, which, could really go either way. get 3 days off, play LA again. That's the first half of a back-to-back. You then play St. Louis. Day off, San Jose, 2 days off, and you play the Dallas Stars on the road to limp away from the postseason. That's the rest of the season that we have here.
Dude, we had a easy first half and we fucked it up. First
Yeah.
2/3, I guess.
We did.
Well, let's say this. The first third of the season, fantastic. We took advantage of that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Second, third, I would argue is decent as well, actually.
Not bad, except for February. I don't know where you would put that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess November, December, January, February, March, April. Okay, first third was good. Second third was shit. Then this last third is going to be extra shit. So,
yeah, it was.
this is your captain speaking. Please fasten your seatbelts because it's going to be fucking awful.
We are experiencing a lot of turbulence, and I don't know. I might just put this down in a field or something. I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm about 85% of my my normal flying capabilities currently on the back end. We're out 2 engines, and the flight attendants up front are doing all right, but they could probably hand out a couple more pretzels here. So get ready; it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Oh boy.
There's a meme that I've been posting with like bad losses or that sort of thing. That's I forget who it is. I want to say it's Riley from Letterkenny, but I'm not 100% sure. Somebody photoshopped a Ducks hat onto him, and it just says below it, what is it? I'm trying to get the exact wording right. Let me pull it up here. This is why I have a folder dedicated to memes and such for running this
For
social
quick
account
reference.
here. Yeah,
That's
bro,
smart.
I'm straight up not having a good time, dude. I'm looking at the rest of our schedule here, and you're in for a bad one.
Mhm.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it's not good. I want to go back
not
to Josh
good.
Manson for
Yeah, sure.
a second
I was
because we were
kinda
talking
wondering
about him
that
off
too.
air beforehand as well, and you left me hanging here on Manson's actual market value because I really hope we re-sign Manson. I think he's a key piece to this team. Currently, Manson makes just a sec. I was on his page and now I'm not. He's currently making $4.1 million. That deal was signed back in 2017, kicked in the 18-19 season. 4 years, $4.1 million. Modified no trade in 3 of those years, where he submits a 12-team no trade list, which is in effect for this year as well. 12-team no trade list. So
All right.
significantly limits our options for where he can go as well.
So okay, so I want to see if we can figure out who those teams are.
I'm gonna go.
You can take
the 7 Canadian
off,
teams.
Yeah, 7 off the board already with the Canadian teams. You got Arizona, Buffalo, so that's 9.
Yeah, probably Chicago. Although maybe not.
I think you could get a decent return still out of Chicago,
Yeah.
potentially. But I guess it depends on if you're looking for long term or that sort of thing, right? Because Chicago's trying to look at moving some of those short term. I don't know. Chicago's apparently has everybody on the board.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Chicago maybe.
We'll put Chicago
throw
in there. Yeah.
Might as well. So that's 10. I want to say Philadelphia might be one. That place
Maybe.
is kind of a shit show too. And
Do you think he puts LA or San Jose on there, or do you think it's just like useless because Anaheim's not going to trade with those guys?
Maybe San Jose.
Yeah,
Not
but like,
sure.
would Verbeek even trade with San Jose?
No, I actually don't even think that San Jose would want to trade with Anaheim.
Yeah, maybe Seattle.
Um,
You put Seattle on there because they're not going anywhere in the next couple of years.
Maybe not in the next couple of years, but you got a good chance with them. They have a lot of cap space that they could pay him, right? Like re-sign him in that sense.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. But I mean, like, he can go anywhere, and he doesn't necessarily have to re-sign with them. Like,
Yeah.
he could go to Tampa Bay and then just re-sign again in Seattle. So
Yeah. I was going to say Winnipeg, but we already included them in the 7 Canadian teams.
yeah, it's probably just places like he doesn't want to live, you know,
Yeah.
like Minnesota. Like,
But Minnesota's got a good team though, and they could.
Yeah, but it's freaking cold. He's a California. Oh no. Oh, he's from Saskatchewan. Never mind. Yeah, he'll go to Minnesota and be fine.
Minnesota's third currently in the Central Division, but they still feel like a dark horse to make a deep run for me this year.
Yeah. You know what? I know we said that Manson would knock off all 7 Canadian teams, but I actually thought he was American, and no, he is Canadian. So maybe
Calgary.
Unfortunately, yeah.
See, looking at Calgary's roster, though, I don't think another depth defenseman kind of guy is what they're looking for.
No,
or is what
yeah,
they should
but
be looking for, at least.
Yeah, but I don't think he's just automatically putting all 7 Canadian teams on his no trade.
That's
list
fair.
Now that
I mean,
looking at it, so.
Edmonton could use a little bit more help on the back end.
Absolutely, they don't have $4.1 million in space, though.
Oh, that's where Edmonton would have to give up, right?
Yeah.
Retain half of Duncan Keith, like Chicago should have done.
Yeah.
Or like Edmonton should have made Chicago do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago didn't have to retain.
I mean, we give John Gibson a little bit of a kick in the pants and bring in a good old boy Mike Smith.
Fuck no, dude.
No, that's not even competition.
If we bring in Mike Smith, even just for he's still signed to next year. If we bring in Mike Smith, I quit.
Yeah. If we're bringing in Mike Smith, it's for a buyout. Like,
dude,
honestly.
I was gonna say, dude, if I'm John Gibson and I see you trade for Mike Smith, I'm going. You really think that's gonna scare me? No.
Yeah. Great. We can have the most fragile groin in the NHL if we bring in Mike Smith and have John Gibson. Holy shit. Oh. But anyways, my question to you off air was, if Manson makes $4.1 million right now and he is currently 30 years old, when does he turn 31? Turns 31 in October. So he'll be 31 by the time next season starts. Yeah. Then what does he make? What does a contract look like? What does he go to Verbeek with and say, this is what I want, pay me this? And what does Verbeek? My question is, what do they agree to? What does the world say, in this case, The Athletic and their market value? What do they say? I initially said off air, 4 years, is probably ideal. That takes him till he's 34. Not bad. He's a right-handed shot. He's a top 4 defenseman. I looked at comparables in actually Calgary, Anderson and Tanev, both making $4.5-ish million. Anderson's a lot younger, but they're both right-handed D. I looked at Nashville. Matthias Ekholm, 31 years old, currently making 3.75, but next season makes 6.25. So I think somewhere in the middle is good. Kind of around that 4.5-5 range. And then I also looked at Carolina. But they had nothing. So I looked at Boston, and currently McAvoy is making 4.9, and he's 24. Brandon Carlo, also a right D, 4.1, and he's 25. So, but those are good deals. Those are very good deals. And McAvoy makes $9.5 million starting next season. So I think in this market, in my opinion, 4-year deal, somewhere in the $4.5 to $5 million range makes sense for Manson. Oh, I also looked at Adam Larson. That was the other guy. $4 million, late 20s, early 30s, and he's on a pretty all right deal. So I think because Manson probably wants more, you have to go a little bit high. I think 4.5 to 5 is high, but I think that's what they settle on.
So I'm looking at the Anaheim Ducks player cards from The Athletic, Shayna Goldman and Dom Lucian, who, they're very good at their jobs. They know what they're talking about and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So they have, their actual salary, what they're projected for, or sorry, not what they're projected for, what their market value is. Mm-hmm. Kind of like what you were doing as well. You were kind of looking around. Okay, here's maybe some comparables and that sort of thing. I'm kind of wondering, though, if it's a little bit of, not to you specifically, this happens in every fan base, a little bit of bias, thinking that a guy is maybe better than he actually is, or that sort of thing.
Potentially, yeah. I especially tend to overvalue defensemen. as well,
So okay, so I'm gonna read this that shows it's kind of an explanation of like how market value is determined.
Okay.
All right. So it's just like a couple paragraphs out of this article here, just tells kind of how it works. So from The Athletic, based on contract projections for every player in the league provided by Evolving Hockey compared to projected future value measured using GSVA, which I'm just double checking what that
it's
is
like game
here.
score value added or something.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
that
you're
what it is? Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I estimate that the value of a win on the open market for a forward is 3.27 million, with replacement level being worth just above 1.1. For defense, it's about 3.5 million and 1.75 million, respectively. So for reference, elite forwards are worth around 3 wins or more. Top liners between 2 and 3. Second liners between 1 and 2. The rest fall 1 or none.
Okay.
Consider the average, or like consider the salary guideline range for unrestricted free agents. While keeping the age curve and cap inflation in mind and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their explanation as to just how they kind of determine this and whatnot.
They're not just like guessing, like, oh, this is a 32-year-old right D. This is a 32-year-old right D. Let's
it's okay. Let's like
everything.
okay. Let's compare it to other defensemen, what they're making, what they and how they actually contribute to their team, and how many like wins that player drastically influences and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So the current salary for Josh Manson is $4.1 million. Do you think that the market value is higher or lower by, let's say, $1 million, or is it within that $1 million range? What do you think?
Okay.
So you can have the $1 million
so
range is really, I guess, it's a $2 million range. So yeah, so you can go between 3.1 to 5.1, or is it outside of that? And if it's outside, you think which way is it? I hope that makes sense for listeners right now. So
yeah, you're saying 3.1 or lower, between 3.1 and 5.1, or 5.1
5.1 and higher.
Those are the 3 options. Yeah, I think.
Where do you think he sits?
Because defensemen have been drastically, I don't want to say overpaid, because defensemen have gotten significantly more than they have in the past since last year, since I believe it was Werenski was the first guy signed to a $9 million contract. No, it was Hamilton and then Werenski.
Oh yeah, Hamilton. Yep.
I think
that Hamilton one I was saying on the stream was deserved though. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's a $9 million defenseman, but all the other guys that are like, Dougie Hamilton got $9 million, so I get $9 million.
Yeah, exactly.
All those guys, I'm like, some of you don't deserve $9 million, and and Josh Manson,
but that's exactly what
is one of those guys as well. Yeah, he's not one of those guys, but that's the market rate. Like, if you're a top pairing defenseman, you make $9 million. That's kind of the bar. So I think the market for a second pairing defenseman is probably 6 to 7, theoretically, if you're going like, say, 9 million, 6 million, 3 million for your third pairing. So I think it's above 5.1. I think it's probably around that $6 million range.
Do we have
like above 5.1 is my answer.
Okay, do we have a bomb sound effect, or can you just play like the sad horns?
Sure. We have this. It's not really a bomb, but
oh, you might want to save that one when you hear the actual market value.
Okay, sure.
It is lower than the 3.1 range.
Oh, so I was way off. Oh man.
Josh Manson's market value. Can I get the drum roll? Thank you very much. $1.9 million. That was a better one, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying maybe we're overvaluing him just a little bit. Yes, he does play a top 4 role, but would he be playing a top 4 role on any other team with
yeah.
with decent defense?
Mm-hmm. You said 1.9?
1.9 is the market value for him. For comparison, I'm just going to go through the rest of the player cards here. There's 5 other defensemen. Hampus Lindholm currently making 5.2 million. Man, even his market value is at 2.2 million. So he's making 3 million more than what he's actually valued at. Jamie Drysdale is making less. He is on a ELC, mind you. He's making 0.9. His market value is at 2.2. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only going to go up as well, right? As he's only 19. So Cam Fowler, he's making right around where he should be, actually. His salary is 6.5. His market value is at
fantastic.
6. So yeah, he's doing great there. Josh Manson, again, his salary is at 4.1, but his market value is at 1.9. Kevin Shattenkirk is a guy that could make more money. He's making 3.9 million. His market value is at 4.7. So almost $1 million more.
Oh, wow. Remember when that contract got signed and they're like, oh my God, you gave $3.9 million to Kevin fucking Shattenkirk?
It's actually worked out.
It's looking good. Yeah.
It's looked even better since we haven't thrown him in shootouts. And the last one here is Josh Mahura, who's making 0.8 million currently. His market value is at 1.7.
Okay. Yeah. Those all make sense to me, but Manson doesn't. It really doesn't. And
yeah,
here's something
I'm taking a look around, and really there's only one other guy that is making more than he should, like, than $1 million. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, because Cam Fowler is only like 500 grand off, which, and I say only 500 grand, like I could, like, that's pocket change to me. No, that would change my fucking life. But like, you get what I mean, right?
I do. Yeah. So I tried to look up $1.9 million defenseman now, just on the 3 teams I initially talked about: Calgary, Nashville, and Boston. Yeah. And I found a guy who has been in a similar scenario. So I'll give you the details here first. So in 18-19, signed a contract worth $4 million, 3-year deal. So that ended last season. This season, he just signed a 1-year deal, but is making $1.95 million with the Calgary Flames. Nate, do you know who I'm talking about? No?
No, hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to think of their roster right now.
Yeah, that $4 million contract was signed with Vancouver, but he signed there, got traded, and played in loads of other places before signing, I believe, in free agency with the Calgary Flames this offseason.
Free agents.
Yeah, $1.95 million. He's also 30 years old currently, so very comparable to Josh Manson, right-handed D, all that thing.
Who the fuck am I forgetting off the Flames right now?
Oh, trust me, he's very forgettable. I'm not surprised that you're not thinking of him.
I'm just pulling up the roster to take a look.
Yeah, go for it.
Who the fuck am I forgetting right now? Like, my first thought went to Michael Stone, but I'm like, no, he's been around fucking forever.
Yeah. Ducks alum as well. So
Erica Branson.
Yeah, there you go. Went through the system there. Yeah, Erica Branson signed, upon his deal expiring, a $1.95 million deal at 30 years old with the Calgary Flames in free agency.
That even feels.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just a sec. Erica Branson he was the 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
That's oh boy. Okay.
And he has set a career high in goals this year, by the way, with 5. I mean, mind you, he's not a offensive defenseman whatsoever. No, exactly. He is your stay-at-home big body guy, but like, I was just like, what?
So I've stumbled onto apparently the perfect comparable to Josh Manson. Defensive defenseman, 30 years old, expiring contract, made $4 to $4.1 million, market value at 1.95. But I'm sorry, I don't see the comparable between Manson and Goodmanson.
Yeah, I don't like this comparison. One guy is both guys are getting overpaid by market value realistically, but like,
yeah,
oh man, I don't even know how to say that.
Yeah, like I don't see Manson as being the Eric Goodbranson of free agency this year. Like I don't like
Okay,
he's not that guy. So 1.9 it's so low. I don't get it.
I really want to ask James and Audie now from the Barn Burner show what they think of that. I'd be curious to know their thoughts on it too. I'm gonna have to ask them after we're done here.
You know, the only thing I can think of here,
dude.
the only thing I can think of here is that Josh Manson has a history of being injured and out for good chunks of time, and that significantly affects his market value.
Why. Yeah,
because he played full seasons in 16-17 and 17-18, 74 games in 18-19, and then since then it's been 50, 23, and 44. So big injury guy. So maybe that's it.
Say that again one more time. The
last
3 years.
Last 3 years, he played 50 games in 19-20. He played.
And I think we got cut off at 70 games. Okay, so that's not horrible.
Yeah, still missed 20 games, but
that's still a lot. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, 23 games played in 2021,
where we played 52, so that's more. Okay.
Yeah, missed about 30 games there. And then this season played 44, and the Ducks have played 50 some. I want to say 56, 58.
We have played 62.
Oh, okay. Oh, missed 18 games there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still significant chunks of time.
Yeah, it's over the last while, it's okay, this guy's going to be out for at least you're going to be down man games by at least 20. So yeah, I can see where that definitely drops the market value a little bit. It definitely makes a bit more sense now. It's not necessarily just on its on-ice play. Yeah,
exactly. And in my opinion as well, defensemen really mature like around when they're 30. Like I don't want to say they're in their prime, but especially defensive defensemen, it's like you've experienced so much now that you're 30 to 35 range. You make the safe play all the time. It's nothing flashy, but
yeah.
So I think he's worth like that 4.1 still. Sorry, go ahead. I'm done.
No, it's all right. It's just like the slight delay between the two of us, right?
Yeah.
Manson is also a guy that like does heavily use his body, so it does make sense why he gets injured, right? It's unfortunately just the nature of the job kind of thing. But again, though, when you're handing out contracts, when you're handing out money, when you have the cap like the NHL stupidly does, I think that it should be a soft cap kind of thing still. But yeah, you really, it's okay, this is your budget, I can't afford to pay you that much for how much you're actually going to be doing here. So yeah, I get it, but I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. So I mean, teams can give up stuff for him as a depth piece throughout the playoffs. That would be good, but
yeah,
so
I'm just a fan of Manson's play style, so I'm potentially overvaluing him a little bit as well. There's probably that homerism there, so but we'll see if he gets extended, or if not, what his contract looks like in the offseason. Maybe we don't know what we're talking about, which is likely the case, but we'll find out. So okay, before we take actually no, let's take our break now, and on the other side of that we'll do upcoming games, and that
I will keep that short, I promise.
You've already talked about it, so
yeah,
it will be short. And then some what's quacking here, but let's hear from our friends over at other places on the network. Ooh, we get the Nick Delorier fans here and Ricard Raquel fans
in the Nick squares. Nick squared.
Hello, hockey fans. My name is Nick Berlansky, host of the Tip of the Iceberg podcast here on the Hockey Podcast Network. My co-host Nick Horwat and I talk all things Pittsburgh Penguins, from top news to game analysis and other unconventional hockey talk. We've got you covered. New episodes every Monday. Tune in at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from. And let's go Pens.
Okay.
I remember
New York
that ad
Rangers
being
talk.
a lot later or a lot longer. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking, I was like, oh, I could probably go fill up my water bottle. And then I was
Nope.
like, yeah, I stood up to turn my heater off and I was like, I should go fill up my water. And then I took a quick listen to see where it was. I was like, oh, this is short.
No. Yeah.
No way. So,
Speaking of shorts, we play the Rangers on Tuesday. Just I wouldn't even bother turning on the TV. Just play the Ducks. Let's go. I'm serious. Play them.
Yeah. Well, you didn't say the time. This is why I got to do upcoming.
Oh,
games.
sorry.
didn't
You
say the time.
can not watch the Ducks lose to the Rangers at 4 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Zibanejad, Panarin, Shesterkin,
Yeah.
Fox. The list goes on. No chance.
I'll have the game on so you can watch. You can keep an eye on your Twitter, and I'll be like, turn the game on if it's actually going good. But honestly, like, even I don't want to watch it.
Just
That sounds
curiosity.
so horrible, but like,
Yeah.
I gotta.
Sorry, I know that you wanted to move on, but we.
Oh no.
I just want to look at the Rangers' last 5 because this was a mistake.
Their last 10, they're 6-4 and 0. Where did that go?
Okay.
here? Where did that go?
The
All
teams
right.
they've
You got it?
lost to though, Pittsburgh 1-0. They lost to Vancouver 5-2. Okay, outlier, whatever. They lost to Minnesota 5-2, and they lost to St. Louis 6-2. All their other games have been pretty decent wins though. Beat St. Louis 5-3, beat Dallas 7-4 just on Saturday. Washington 4-1 is in there. St. Louis 5-3. So like they're fine. It's
Yeah.
If
Wins
I'm
against-
predicting a score, like the way this team's been playing, I don't know, 6-2.
Sure. The Rangers last 10. Again, they've had 6 wins in there. Wins have come against Ottawa 2-1, Washington 4-1, St. Louis 5-3, New Jersey 3-1, Winnipeg 4-1, Dallas 7-4.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
That's it.
we're gonna get slapped
if
around
we
for
really-
another 2 points, and that's it.
Yeah, here I can dive into it just a touch more just to round it out. The last 5 games, because both these teams, this game is their next one. Neither team plays like a game before that.
Mhm.
Mika Zibanejad is tied with Trevor Zegras over the last 5 games, 3 goals apiece. Artemi Panarin
Oh, that's
has
good.
8 assists in the last 5 games compared to Fowler's 6. And Panarin has 9 points over the last 5 games compared to Fowler's 6.
Do you have Shesterkin's stats over the last 5?
Not over the last 5, but I have his just his record this year, which what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's
29, 7, and 3, a 2.07 goals against, and a 938 save percentage with 3 shutouts. Just because I want to take a look at the advanced analytics as well, because sometimes, your save percentage, that sort of thing, isn't exactly doesn't quite tell the whole story,
Yeah.
but I know his advanced analytics are also ridiculous here. Okay, so we talked about Philip Grubauer having a bad, what was it, minus 34 goal save
something
above
like that.
expected.
Yeah.
Igor Shesterkin is a 30.7 goal save above expected. Positive 30.7.
Jeez. Like
What the
if
fuck?
that dude doesn't win the Vezina and the Hart Trophy, then I'm not watching the awards ever again because it's a fucking joke.
The guy has had he's played 39 games. He's only had 78 goals against. We are in March and the guy hasn't even had 100 goals against.
Is there any other goalies that have had less or less than 100 goals against?
Freddie
Or not that you
Anderson
can see.
Freddie Anderson has played 40 games, has 81 goals against, and has a 29.1 goal save above expected.
Yeah, so he's played significantly less games though, but that's insane.
No, he's played one more game.
Oh, he has. Oh, I thought you said
Yeah. No,
I thought you said Shesterkin played like 50 some games. My bad.
No, Shesterkin's played 39. Anderson's played 40.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 1 game difference, 3 goal difference. I was telling you on the last episode, man, Freddie Anderson has been unreal this year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But okay, so here, if you want to compare it this way, we everybody talks a lot about Andrei Vasilevsky, and I'm not taking a shot at him, but like with the way I'm saying this, I promise.
No, but he's kind of like the benchmark. Like he's the bar for like NHL elite goaltending standards.
Andrei Vasilevsky is 5th. For here, let me just double check here actually with the goal save. Yeah, Vasilevsky is 5th for goal save above expected at 18.3 in 45 games. That's how much better Shesterkin is.
Yeah,
it's like insane. It's a 22, 12 goals more saved that he probably shouldn't have. Dude, Shesterkin is not only looking for the Vezina right now, he's looking for the Hart Trophy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it would, I get it. You get Connor McDavid, you got Alexander Ovechkin, you got Austin Matthews this year, who's already got 45. Like we're the start of, I guess we're kind of the middle of March now, but he's got 45 goals. Like the guy's looking for 50. You got Johnny Gaudreau in Calgary, who's looking to blow past his career high in points. And I'm just trying to think of like guys around the league who like would be in that talk. And it's a different,
McKinnon, Crosby.
McKinnon, Crosby. It's a different kind of comparison, obviously, being a goaltender, but like you can't tell me that Shesterkin isn't the most valuable player right now in the NHL.
Oh yeah, like
that team is doing unreal because of Shesterkin. Like, don't get me wrong, the Rangers would be a good team without him, right?
They wouldn't be the level they're at, though.
But exactly, it's fucking ridiculous. I love looking at these numbers; they're hilariously.
You could put Shesterkin on the Coyotes, and they would probably be a bubble team, like in the playoff, or like a wild card race. Like that's how good Shesterkin is this season.
It's fucking unreal, man.
But yeah, that's so. Just to wrap this up, it's not going to be good against the Rangers on Tuesday night.
No, it's not.
So that wraps up that, and let's get to some what's cracking.
I don't even have. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so one little thing.
I don't even have anything for what's quacking.
No, I was like, no, it was more like, okay, what do I have here? I forget what I had. So this was a cool little tidbit. This will be very short. This cool little tidbit that I came across from Rolling Stone magazine on their Instagram here. We were talking earlier about the Batman and how we'll have an episode that we talk about that in spoiler ways in probably the next couple of weeks here. But Nirvana's Something in the Way, which is, a song that was heavily featured in promotion and that sort of thing. And it does appear in the movie kind of throughout. I think it shows up like 3 different times or something like that. Nirvana's Something in the Way reportedly had a 1,200% increase in Spotify streams after the Batman released. It is currently number 6 on the top 50 USA chart.
Oh, wow.
Damn. That's impressive.
Nirvana hasn't put out music since, 1999? And you're telling me that they're...
Yeah, or earlier than that, yeah. When was the last Nirvana album? I don't even remember offhand. I want to say it was like 95, 96.
Maybe. For some reason, I thought they put something out later, but...
94.
94, jeez. So they haven't put anything out since 1994. That was 27 years ago. 28 years ago. And
Kurt Cobain passed in 94, so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. It's weird how that happens. Like you take an old song that like nobody, like everybody kind of knows, but no one like really goes out of their way to listen to it, and you put it into like mainstream media or pop culture, and it's boom, right back up there. Like same with like all the Queen songs, and like especially Bohemian Rhapsody when that movie came out a few years ago. It's
shot up again.
Like Bohemian Rhapsody was like being, I mean it's always played on the radio, but it was like top radio charts in like the UK,
Yeah.
like when that movie was coming out. And it's like, like that's so weird.
Yeah, it really is. So, but yeah, that was a cool tidbit that I came across that found kind of interesting. So,
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, so I think was it the last episode we played that trivia game, or was it the one before that?
No, it was 2 ago that we did a trivia game. Last episode we talked elite goaltenders.
Right. Okay. So this week I'm going to come at a game with you. All right.
Okay, cool.
We're going to do a. Don't worry, this isn't going to get put on your permanent record or anything like that. We're going to do a personality test. All right.
Oh, sick.
We are going to do a personality test. We can do it on both of us.
Okay.
On which NHL goaltender are you?
Nice.
So Carter, we're going to do you first. All right.
Okay. Can you make it a little bigger?
Oh
no, never mind. You're good. No,
yeah, that's how it is. Okay.
Yep.
So 10 questions here, and this will determine which NHL goaltender you are. And where I found this originally was a friend of mine on Twitter had shared it. Shout out to Nikki. And the comments, they were getting like a variety of goaltenders. So there is quite a few in here, actually.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right, Carter. So I'm going to read the question, and I'm going to read just for our listeners. You guys can try this as well. We'll make sure to include the link in the description.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll read you the question and then read you all of the options. All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
So question number 1. Someone eats your leftovers that were in the fridge. How do you react? You can you react by crying, eat their food next time, find something else to eat, call them out, get upset but don't say anything about it, or move on. It's just food. You can get more.
Okay. Let's
if someone ate your leftovers that were in the fridge, how would you react?
I'm gonna put myself in this scenario here. So throwing it back to when we lived together. I
never ate your food unless I asked.
No, you didn't. Yeah, it was great. Which, like, whenever I read those stories, it blows my mind that people do that. So,
right?
Yeah, but okay. I made craft dinner one night, and I was like really looking forward to some refried craft dinner the next day. And I go and the craft dinner's gone.
Refried. Okay, we can.
It's very good. We'll talk about that another time. And I go and the craft dinner's gone. And what would I do? I'd probably go up to you and be like, dude, did you eat my craft dinner? And then be like, yeah. And I'd be like, what the fuck? And then I'd just be sad. And then I'd probably just make more craft dinner. So like, I'd get upset. I'd call them out, but like, I'd also just move on because it's just food and I can get more.
But the first thing you're doing is approaching the person. Hey, you ate my food. So I think it's calling.
It's
call them out.
Yeah.
Okay. So Carter is answering. Call them.
Close
out.
second by cry, but. And I guess if it was more than craft dinner, I'd be pretty pissed. So yeah.
All right, Carter, pick a holiday: Halloween, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Thanksgiving, your birthday, or none of the above.
None of the above, psychopaths. No, Christmas.
Okay, I was like, really? All right.
No, I'm saying like if someone picks.
Like they're psychopaths. Okay, I thought you meant like none of the above, like you psychopaths. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Pick a pop, which for our American listeners is a soda. Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, root beer, or I don't like carbonated drinks.
Oh,
in which case you're wrong.
Mountain Dew all the way.
Well,
I don't know what voice that was, but that's my choice. From that list, do I do Dr. Pepper or root beer? Probably root beer. Yeah, I'm a root beer guy.
Final
Especially if
answer?
it's A&W. Oh yeah.
Okay. Holy shit, there's a lot of.
I'm just going to tell you it's green.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, so it was pick a color. I'm just going to read off the options, though, because there are a couple of types of green, actually. I'm going to read off the options. So, yeah, pick a color. Dark purple, yellow, pale blue, pale pink, forest green, crimson, pastel yellow, royal blue, or bright green.
Bright green, yeah.
Bright green? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pick an animal. You have dog, cat, horse, turtle, otter, or a fish.
I like there's a little smiley face beside the otter. Out of those ones, I guess probably a dog.
A
Yeah,
dog?
dog. Yeah.
I'm seeing otter with the smiley face. I feel like this thing was made by a Dallas Stars fan because Jake Ottinger.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
I get that.
I was
feeling now.
confused. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. Question number 6. We're almost there. Your favorite team loses. How do you react? You cry. Lol, they deserve it. Not surprised, but still upset. Brush it off and get ready, and you're excited for the next one.
Definitely not that one.
Wait until you're all alone and then let your frustrations out.
It's definitely not surprised, but still upset.
That one? Okay.
Yeah, whether it's the Ducks or the Oilers, that's always the answer.
Oh, here's a good one for you. Pick a Taylor Swift song.
Oh yeah.
Tim McGraw, Love Story, Welcome to New York, Hours, Sparks Fly, You Need to Calm Down, 15, Paper Rings, Cardigan, or Gorgeous.
Oh. That's like of all the songs they could have picked, like they could have put some better ones on there. Like I Knew You Were Trouble.
Yeah.
We're Never Getting Back Together, Blank Space, Bad
I feel like
Blood.
that's the point though. Is like, okay, you got to pick a not like absolute banger kind of song. There's
Okay,
still
yeah.
bangers, but like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah. I think I got to go with You Need to Calm Down. That's a good one.
all right. Question number 8. Pick a fast food restaurant. McDonald's, Wendy's,
Oh.
Taco Bell, Arby's, Chick-fil-A, or KFC, which this person put you're lying.
It's Wendy's, 100%.
Wendy's, yep.
Yeah.
There's a reason our NHL team name is the Windows Bros.
Or else sluts for Wendy's.
Who should Bella have ended up with? Edward, Jacob, or no one? She deserves to die alone.
When it said Bella, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" But it's Twilight, I guess.
Which I haven't seen these movies in forever, but Mr. Sunday Movies has been doing the Twilight Saga on Caravan of Garbage. So I've been getting like reacquainted with those movies through that. And
Mhm.
I saw this question. I just fucking lost it. I was like, oh, that's too perfect.
That's good. You know what? I honestly don't even know which one's Edward and which one's Jacob, and I don't care
Okay,
either. So I don't know. I don't care.
All right.
So for that reason, it's no one. She deserves to die alone. If you don't know, then it's nobody. You can't have both, so it's nobody.
You didn't want her to be with Batman? All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't know who that is, so it's no one.
Oh, all right. Last question, Carter. Pick a superpower: flight, invisibility, strength, telekinesis, telepathy, teleportation, or talking to animals.
Ooh, that's tough.
I like how everything is like a name, and then talking to animals is just a description.
Yeah.
I feel like there is an actual name for that.
Oh, probably. Yeah. But I wouldn't know what it is. So if they put it, I'd be like, what the fuck's that? I feel like telekinesis would be kind of cool.
Like moving stuff with your mind.
Yeah. Or
All right.
either that one or talking to animals. But I'll go telekinesis.
All right. Final answer.
Yeah.
All right. Carter. You are Braden Holtby. You are a very go with the flow person. You don't really let things bother you, but when you're mad, you're mad. You stick up for what you believe in and know your self-worth. You probably have really good hair too, but I don't know. But
Damn, that is spot
I can
on.
confirm Carter does have good hair.
Oh yeah. It's like it's similar to like Holtby's too.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Not
Take
exactly the
my
same, but-
beard and your hair, and we got Braden Holtby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Yeah, actually that's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's
There you go.
that's pretty good. Okay. Are we doing you now?
Carter is Braden Holtby. Yeah, we can do me really quick.
Yeah, sure. You've already read the options to everybody, so you can
Yeah.
just, assuming it's the same questions, you can just
It is
go
this.
for
It is the same questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you already done it or?
I have, but I don't remember how I answered or anything like that. So I'm taking it from fresh. So,
Okay, gotcha.
All right, we'll share this here again so everybody can just follow along. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, which we highly suggest you do, and also be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channels. All right. I'll just remind people of the question again.
Yeah.
Someone eats your leftovers that were in the fridge. How do you react? See, now a while ago, I would have been like, get upset, but don't say anything because I was kind of more passive. But I've also been at the point now where I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care. And I do call people out on stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, I'm such a food guy. I'm going to say cry. Because I'm sure
especially if something good, like some good steak leftovers.
If there's leftovers that I'm looking forward to, right? I'm upset if I can't have it. So I'm going to say cry. Yeah. Pick a holiday. Carter, I'm going to defer to you to this just by asking a question of what do you think I get more hyped up for? Like your perspective. Do I get more hyped up for Halloween or my birthday?
See, initially I thought it would be you'd pick your birthday, but because like you get excited for it, but you get like literally as soon as your birthday's over, you start like talking about Halloween or like throughout the year.
And my birthday's in January.
Yeah, like you get like Halloween's something that you talk about all the time.
Okay.
So I'd say Halloween. Yeah.
All right. Pick a pop. Oh.
Well, I know which one it's not.
I drink Coke the most, but I gotta go root beer.
It's classic.
I'm a slut for root beer. Yeah. Pick a color. Oh man, I'm gonna go with crimson. Just like that bright red.
Mm-hmm.
Pick an animal.
You're a horse guy, I'm pretty sure.
A bit more after my last summer job, but like not to that level.
Yeah. It's more goats.
Yeah, it's more goats, exactly. I'm gonna go with dog. I'm a big dog person. Your favorite team loses. How do you react? Carter, do you just want to answer this one for me?
Lol, they deserve it.
I was thinking it's either that or actually, yeah, it's got to be lol. They deserve it 100%.
What was the other one you're thinking of?
I was gonna say wait until you're alone and then let your frustrations out, but I remember just like let your frustrations out, which is about 50% of this show. So yeah, lol, they deserve it. Might as well.
Yeah.
Pick a Taylor Swift song. Oh, okay. I'm stuck between Love Story and You Need to Calm Down. I'm gonna go with Love Story.
That's a good one.
I recorded a pop punk mix of Love Story actually that I haven't really shown too many people, but you gotta
post it now.
Yeah. So I took her vocals and put it on top of like a pop punk version. So
oh yeah, nice.
Pick a fast food restaurant. Oh, okay. This might be a hot take, but I'm going with Arby's.
Arby's is pretty underrated. Honestly.
Yeah, what did I say I was a slut for earlier on this episode or earlier in this like quiz? But I'm also a slut for Arby's. So
yeah.
Who should Bella have ended up with? Part of me wants to say no one as well, but I'm going with Edward. Should have been with Edward, which she was in the end. So pick a superpower.
First of all, I'm ashamed you know that.
I read the books. I'm gonna come out and say I enjoyed the books. The movies ruined it for me, though.
That's fair. Okay,
so.
I haven't seen either. So actually, that's a lie. I've seen the very last movie, and it was dog shit. So
yeah. Man, what do I want for a superpower though?
You kind of just want them all, don't you?
Yeah.
Like they'd all be kind of sick.
Part of me wants to say flight just because of the fucking gas prices right now. Oh man. Yeah, real. You know what? Just for that reason, I'm gonna say flight. I got stubby legs. I can just get everywhere super fast, hopefully.
Never have to do stairs.
Oh my god, look at that.
That's awesome.
You know what? That makes sense though, considering that's my favorite goalie. I am apparently.
Is that who you got before?
Fleury. No, that's not who I got before, actually.
Oh, really? Who'd you get before?
I got Braden Holtby as well.
Ah, interesting.
So
I mean, we had a lot of similar answers. So
yeah. Marc-Andre Fleury, you're a person who likes to have fun. You like to pull pranks on your friends and get a laugh out of just about anybody. Just because you're fun doesn't mean you can't be serious when it comes down to it. You're dependable and solid as a rock. Not to toot my own horn, but that does actually really sound like me.
Yeah, especially the solid as a rock part. You're just built like a brick shit house.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I gotta fucking clip that just for myself. Oh my god. Oh, all right. Well, that's what I got for what's quacking this week.
Perfect. So I think that was a nice way to wrap up the episode. So
that was good.
Yeah, if you guys want to do the quiz again, we'll put the link in the description if you want to do that, and you can DM us or tweet us your answers at Quack Report Pod on Twitter, Instagram, whatever your choice may be for that. And Nate, where can I don't know, where can they I don't know, be depressed about the Ducks with you?
Oh, I was gonna. I mean, that you can do on the Quack Report or my personal. But I was gonna say, if you too want to tell me I look like a shit brick house, you can tweet me. or what is it? A brick shit house?
A brick shit house.
You can tell me I look like a brick shit house or a shit brick house. On Twitter at Tatenamas, TATENHOMAS. Oh my god.
Oh man. And
it is way too late. It's like 11:30 where we are right now.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Carter_Pods, POTTS_97. Thanks for tuning in to whatever this was, and we'll see you Wednesday.